I was born in Grasmere, which is in the Lake District, with my father was a painter who painted landscapes. It occurred to me about 10 years ago, or maybe a little bit more, painting was one thing, and any climbing and stuff it was almost an antidote to the art. But about 10 years ago I started to think of ways of combining the two. What I was trying to do with the Kanchenjunga paintings, and the reason I went to sit in front of this vast northwest face of the mountain, because I thought it would be a way of approaching this thing of mountain structure having an analogy to paint forms and structure. Well, the paint surface, is a vertical surface, and the thing about a mountain or a rock face is that it's a sort of virtually vertical surface. So therefore, there are not a lot of analogies going along between the two, and congruences with gravity is an important factor in both. Layers, sort of lamination of skins of paint, and in mountain terms ice forming on rock, even layers of rock, or grass, rock, scree, various things all happening in and ice, snow, one thing over the top of another. There's a hell of a lot of the language of mountain form, or the architecture of mountains. There's a hell of a lot of overlap with painting, abstract painting language. I wanted to look at a piece of rock that is absolutely saturated in human, stories and drama and stuff. And the Eiger, each part, each sort of abstract mountain rock feature has a name and a story and a history, and pretty tragic ones as well. So it's like painting a sort of series of narratives as well at the same time as the actual abstract structure of the rock and the ice, snow, and so on. I don't think I literally kind of thought about that when painting, but it certainly did. It kind of was exciting. An extra charge, say, painting this second ice field, having read and loads of awful and seen film of people taking maybe 20 full pitches to get across, and even people being swept off the face. So there is certainly an edge to and a sort of respect for something. Not me painting a painting about me. It's making a painting out of something real, out there, very much other, and very, dangerous. I've been influenced by, right from the beginning, the people, the sort of humane painters like Bellini. There's something about Bellini that always seems special, in that particularly early Bellini, his rocks had a character of their own, had a sort of personality, and the figures with the landscape, the sort of primitive rocky landscape behind, were almost like on equal terms, unlike other painted at the same time. This painting here is about halfway through. It's had two layers, and the first was just trying to plot the whole face of the Eiger, and just translate it into terms of paint. And then right at the end I had to apply a very, very dilute blue-grey mixed with turps, a lot of turps, over the whole thing, and let it just run down and it's partly dissolved some of the paint. But that unified the whole thing, and it's now ready for the whole third layer all over the surface of the actual final, hopefully, painting of the thing. The Kanchenjunga, the Himalayan paintings, mainly snow and ice, with just odd bits of shapes of rock showing through, and exactly the opposite with the Eiger, where it's mainly this dark hulk of rock, but with lighter patches of snow. Yeah, but there's countless other examples where you get a sort of indescribable form, which is like a ridge that morphs into the face, a form that you couldn't have imagined. It's a sort of mountain structure, and the lit side is just has to be thick, juicy paint, warm, sunlit paint, and the dark side just has to be thin, liquid, flowing, dark. Blue-grey, indescribable colours with warmth showing through, the ground of the canvas showing through. I think it's quite committing once you call yourself a painter, and also, like me, once you've wasted your life doing it, too late to do anything else.